your new favorite rapper. It's just a piece to prove my lyrical ability. Definitely better than any enemies in the industry. Put some respect on my name. To you, it's Mr. T, cause I pity thee, fool who dares to go against this beast. Pick a beat, you wouldn't understand. Of all silly me, I hop on this boom bap beat and bam, like how Kenny be. And that one song squabble up. I want more beef than Mickey D's, more dough than Krispy Kreme. Lord knows I'm a bit extreme, but I'm undeniable. Half these rappers is unreliable, undesirables. Don't cross me like I'm from the Bible. This survival, I still want smoke. Who want to rival? This my arrival. I've been this sick. Let's go fucking viral.
We are rolling, everybody. Mics are ready. Mics are hot, as they say on set. Hot mic. Yo, back to the green room. Welcome, everybody. Thank you to everybody for tuning in, subscribing. Thank you for our Patreon subscribers as well. Appreciate you guys. Trey, Elliot in the building.
Yo, it's good, everybody. Allergies kicking my ass, man. Woke up today. You know, every year it never fails, man.
Season.
Never fails. As soon as March hit around, start getting 80, 90 degrees out of nowhere, boom. Can't prevent it.
80, 90 out of nowhere. It's March. It's going to be 80, 90. Like,
But
out of nowhere. November.
You know how it go. It go from 65,
Right,
70,
right.
and then this 1 week,
Boom.
100
Yeah.
degrees.
People don't realize LA is the desert. Like when you move out here, you be like,
Right.
yo, wait, hold up. Why it's so cold at night? This is the desert, bro. Before they built all this shit, it was sand and lizards
He said sand and lizards.
and white people.
Always white people.
Joe Feezy Fox.
What's up, Joe Fox in the building? What's up, y'all? That's it.
Okay.
We
All
have
right.
saying hello. What do you?
Our guest today, comic, creator, writer, actor, father, husband.
Husband, still a
Still a husband. Still a shock in that one. Father. Father, yeah. Husband. Still. Let me check what time is it. Yeah, still.
You know.
The talented Justin High is in the building, y'all. Is in the green room.
Appreciate it.
What up, brother?
It'd be funny because Afion, every time Afion talked to me, he like, you still married? I'm like, I'm still married, man. I'm still married. So far.
But Avion knows some shit.
I'm married.
And when Avion was somewhere, he's like, hey, nigga, you sure
making
you
sure
married?
you good? Is your marriage good?
Hey,
Nigga had his own TV show.
Yo, wait, we could.
That's when the divorce
Jump
started.
right.
That's so true, bro. That's so
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
We
no.
could jump in right there because you the dude, you one of the dudes. Well, I can't think of another guy. If I sat here for a minute, I could think of somebody else. But you're the one person I could think of that will pop in my head immediately when I think of somebody that had a role that I said to myself, "Damn, I wish I had that one."
Yeah, what, Rush Hour?
Yeah, man.
We all
Yeah.
auditioned for it.
I didn't audition for it. I was like, man,
I read for it.
I was like, that would be so great to get that. And I was like, every week watching you, like, man, that would be so dope to have. I'm happy for the brother, but that would be.
That was a fire role. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Afion, I went with Afion to his audition for Rush Hour.
Wow.
We was on tour together, and we had a show down in San Diego. And I was right. I wasn't able. I was attached to an MTV show at the time, like a pilot, and so I couldn't audition for Rush Hour. And so I rolled with him. I heard his audition. He killed his initial audition. Yeah. I was like, man, you might book this shit. And then we rolled down to San Diego, had a great show, great weekend. For whatever happened, like I guess like a lot of people callbacks didn't go well. So then they opened back up the audition process.
I love when that happens.
I had did the CBS Diversity Showcase back in 2011. Me, Tiffany Haddish, Hassan Minaj, London Brown. Yep. We was in Fortune Feimster, like we was all together in this group. Anybody that don't know what that is. So like CBS used to do basically like their version of SNL, but for industry. So it was so it wasn't televised. It was like they picked like the minorities in Hollywood that they like. We came together, we did these sketches for agents and studio execs and shit like that. So the casting remembered me from the CBS Diversity Showcase, brought me in to audition last minute. Yeah. And so I told my agent, my manager at the time, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to audition. She was like, well, Justin, you're already attached to this MTV. I'm like, shut up, bitch. Get me this audition. So they called me in. She didn't really get me the audition. Casting got me the audition because they remember me. And then I went in. And this is what I tell people, man, you just got to do your shit in these auditions because they'll give you these notes and they don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Yeah.
So like the casting assistant met with me. It wasn't even the casting director. It was the casting assistant. And she was like, don't try to be too funny. You know, just keep it real, play it normal. And I was like, man, fuck this bitch. Because I had just missed out on New Girl because listening to fucking casting. Because the reason, it was between me and Lamar. Lamar just did our podcast, Killing It, and shameless plug. And we talked about it, how it was between me and Lamar for New Girl, Lamar Morris. Casting told us not to do any improv in our final testing. So I didn't follow the rules. No ad libbing, stick to the script. I went in there, you know, doing the script, had a great testing. Testing is the final audition. Anybody that don't know what that is? Had a great test. Lamar go in after me and starts improving his ass off. This nigga's destroying.
Wow.
I'm listening at the door like, this nigga's doing improv. Y'all heated. He booked New Girl. So now, a couple months or a year later, now it's my turn for Rush Hour. I get a note. Don't try to be too funny. I'm like, fuck this shit, bitch. I'm doing me. So I did me in that fucking audition.
Nice.
They brought me back, and then I booked the show. So that's how I booked Rush Hour.
Man, look, that's a gem for y'all out there, man. You know, got an audition. Go in. I don't even know if you should not listen to casting, but just make sure you leave the room. I think we will all agree. Make sure you leave the room and say, I'm happy with what I just did.
Yeah.
You know why? Because even if you do whatever choices you make, and if they don't really like that choice, they will say, okay, do a different choice. Or tone it down, Justin, or ramp it up a little bit more. So you really don't have nothing to lose when you just give it all they got. Because if they like you, they're going to tell you, all right, do it a little bit more ground.
Then in my second call back, I pulled my dick out. No, I'm joking.
You know, you've been so
That's what they say. He mad funny.
You like this one.
But no, that's a good point, because I was always told in auditions, like, especially when you like, if they want a certain want you to work in a certain parameter, it's always better to go too far than to not go far enough. Because if you go too far, then at least they know you can take it to where they want and beyond, and it's easy to pull you back than not going far enough, and they feel like they got to push you. Because if they feel like they have to push you, then you might not be able to get where they want you to go. But if you go past the mark, at least we know he can hit the mark and we'll just bring it back some. So always go, beyond.
You've always been, I'm sorry, Fox.
Oh, I was just saying that was actually kind of touched on one of my questions. From New Girl to Rush Hour is one of the questions. I said, what was the biggest lesson that you learned in the audition process? We'll say from New Girl into Rush Hour. And it sounds like don't follow their rules, or like, kind of break a rule. Like,
I think it's just what Tony just said. Like, you got to feel good about what you're doing,
right?
And it's better to give them more than to give them less. I feel like, I mean, you don't want to be like over the top and do no coon and tap dancing shit. But I mean, it's just like you just got to do you,
right?
And Marlon told me that. Marlon Wayans, he told me that. He was like, man, so you just got to do you, bro. And so that
Marlon going.
I mean, that nigga show his ass in every movie.
Nigga go in there with his ass already out. Like,
the Scary Movie 6. If it don't have his ass, I'll be surprised. I was like, where your ass at?
But you always been the guy, man, that's just been close to a lot of other roles and opportunities that a lot of people don't even know about. Because I remember when you called me one time when you was close to getting the Kelsey Grammer show with Martin.
Oh
yeah. You was like close to that.
I got close to a lot of shit, nigga. I tested for Empire. It was between me and Hakeem, the nigga that went crazy, the young rapper.
Brashear.
Yeah. It was like I tested for that. There's footage out there somewhere with me. What's the dude that got
Journey Smollett?
Yeah, Journey Smollett.
Jesse.
Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
Wait, you got to clarify that. You can't just say there's footage of me and Juicy Smollett. Please keep going. Please keep going.
Well, I brought the baby oil. No, I'm just talking shit. So, there's footage out there, me and him playing brothers, doing the final, testing or whatever, but I didn't book that. And the crazy thing about that was, what's his name again?
Brashear.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't even at the testing. That'd be the crazy shit about, it's like they had 4 younger brothers that was rapping, and they had the Jussie character. I forgot what his character name was. But they have like 4 of him and 4 of us. And we going in, mix matching and all that type of shit, doing chemistry. And then I get the call where you didn't book it. They went with this guy that's up in New York or whatever.
He wasn't even there.
He wasn't even there. I'm like, this nigga wasn't even.
Well, it's the same way, like you said, casting remembers you. They probably, somebody was like, yo, we definitely need to get this guy. He just wasn't available for that. But there's always somebody, well, you're lucky if there's always somebody that's like, what about that guy?
Yeah.
Even when you're not available.
Yeah.
What about, you know what I'm saying?
And he did a great job though.
Yeah,
he did a great job in that role. Yeah.
Here's a question. So that I didn't know. I didn't know this. I mean, because cats be doing all kind of stuff. It's as far as when you get to the chemistry read from your first read to the chemistry read. How much do they change, and how many times you go in? Like, okay, this time we want you to go in and do this. This time we want you to go
for which project?
Any of them, like Rush Hour, for example.
It changes. Like you go in for you go in with casting.
Right.
It might be casting director and assistant.
Right.
Callback is casting director, assistant, writer, one person from the network. Callback, casting director, assistant, writer, one person from the network, one person from the studio.
Right.
Then they send that contract, that long ass. You got to sign all these fucking, initial here, sign here, sign here. So you already signed your contract before you got the job. So you can't get the job and go, okay, now I want to negotiate my contract. No, you already signed the contract.
So once the papers come in,
the last one,
12,000 an episode.
Right. The last one when you go on, like you said, is they're either going to pair you up with people to see if there's chemistry, or just going by yourself and read to decide they'll bring 3 guys reading for your part, 3 guys reading for your part, 3 guys reading for your part.
Right.
See who gets it.
Because for Rush Hour, it was, I did my first audition with the casting assistant. Then I did my callback on tape. Then I know, which is crazy. Then they brought me in just straight from the tape. I was in again with Afion. We was about to do a show in Austin, Texas, I think. I landed. Soon as I landed, my manager called me. I had just checked into the hotel, matter of fact. My manager called me and said, Warner Brothers, they want you to come and test for it. So straight from the callback on tape, they then wanted me to do the final testing, and she was like, they're gonna pay for your flight. I said, well, I'm in Austin. She was like, Warner Brothers gonna pay for your flight. And I was like, if Warner Brothers is gonna pay for my flight to get me back to LA, they must really want me. And so that was that. So then I had 3 auditions for that. New Girl was an audition with the assistant, then with casting, then a chemistry read with Zoe Deschanel and all of the cast, then a testing. The final test. So I did 4 auditions with that, and then MacGyver that was just a straight offer because I had just did Rush Hour.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Nice.
So you get the word, you book Rush Hour.
Yeah.
You sit on it for a while.
I cried.
You cry. You sit on it for a while.
On the phone with my mama. We did it.
What? You know the deadline article is coming out the next day.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? What's going through your head?
I'm that
when
nigga.
When that deadline article hit and all your comedian peer, everybody about to see it.
What's so funny? I was actually on the phone with Paige Kennedy. He played my cousin on the show because he auditioned for the Detective Carter role also. But they gave him my cousin that role on the show. And I was on the phone with him. He's like, nigga, your life about to change. And then I think I was on the phone with him, and he was like, bro, the article just came out.
Oh, nice.
And then I looked it up. I was like, oh, shit. It's official. I was like, oh, shit, man. But, man, that just be the crazy thing about this, because I was talking to somebody recently, like, Rush Hour is a sore spot because as grateful as I am for it, it didn't go 5 seasons. Right. I didn't become a movie star.
Yeah. Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so in our mind, it's like, this is my show. This is fucking the Rush Hour franchise. I'm like, as long as this shit go 5 seasons, nigga, it's a wrap. Right. Like, I do 5 seasons. Now I'm selling out clubs, theaters. I got my movie career popping, and I'm off. I'm going. Yeah. That shit got canceled after 13 episodes. So I was like, God damn. Now they put me on MacGyver. After that, I was able to make some money, stack some bread, do what I wanted to do with the money and shit like that. But it still is a little bit of a sore spot because it's like, damn, I know what it could have been. And I know what they did and didn't do to help that show become successful.
That was CBS.
CBS.
Same thing with Living Biblically. I did Living Biblically. It has so much hype behind it. Johnny Galicki came in as the EP. Johnny Galicki was on Roseanne for all those years. they was at $1 million an episode. He could just do no wrong in Hollywood. So I'm like, yo, this is about to go, man.
Yeah.
It gets picked up. No, it doesn't get picked up. They go, yo, mid-season replacement. Okay, I can live with that. Then we get to pick up mid-season, 13 episodes to the end of the season. I'm like, all I need is that next season. You know what I'm saying? And everybody I know, I remember the comedian Razor. I was in Florida doing a show. Comedian Razor said, oh man, you out of here, bro. CBS don't pick up a show if this shit ain't going 5 seasons.
Yeah.
They don't pick up a show if it ain't going 5. When you last time you seen a CBS show get canceled? This nigga all in my head, I'm like, damn, that's true, man.
This nigga right.
So now I'm like, look, I'm literally like, yo, okay,
ain't
so.
never been in Hollywood a day.
A day is like, yeah. But nigga, I'm like,
But you just
CBS is everywhere. CBS is everywhere.
Yeah.
CBS is everywhere. So I'm like, yo, all right, so first season, if I get 5 seasons, I think I buy a property first season, buy another property, third season, 5 seasons, buy another property. I got 3 properties by the end of that. Sit back, relax, just tour when I want to. Got money coming in crazy. Man, this is like my exit strategy. You know what I'm saying? 13 episodes.
Bye-bye. Bye, nigga. Thanks a lot.
Damn, 13 is the worst number.
And that be the crazy thing, too, is like, you know, once they cancel you, it's like, it's over. Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
He said some misery.
Nigga, it's over. It's over, nigga.
I will never work again.
It's like a bitch. It's like, you know when a woman knows she's done, she's done talking to you. It's like, it is over, nigga.
You try to go to the CVS lot, they like,
This the worst shit. Nigga, I used to have a pass to go roll up on the Warner Brothers lot whenever I wanted to, nigga. Now I be driving by, I be seeing Abbott Elementary.
Yeah. No, you know what's crazy? The worst is when you had your pass that they put in your car window. You could just drive out on the lot. Had your own parking space on the lot, and then the show get canceled, and you got to go back on the lot for audition, and you got to sign all type of paperwork and ID and
like they don't know you.
sticker in your window. I'm like, nigga, y'all just saw me. I was just coming over
you
there.
see somebody else's name over your
Son,
name.
I was coming through every day. Like, that was my spot right there.
Wow.
It's like the license plate sticker when you get your renewal.
Yeah,
you
yo.
just peel that off.
Nah.
You post the
They
name
like,
off.
nah.
You like, yeah, that was me.
Man, somebody told me the coldest thing ever. I think we was either doing Rush Hour or MacGyver. I don't remember. It was a sound dude. And it was an actor on the show that was acting wild or whatever. And he said, hey, man, you know, we got a running joke. Number 1 on the call sheet 1 year, number 312 the next.
Wow.
And I was like, woo.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real.
But that's some real shit,
real,
though, bro.
Damn.
It's real.
That's some real shit. So even me, part of the reason why I wasn't auditioning for certain shit, because I had that in the back of my head, and it's just ego. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was number 1 on the call sheet.
Yeah.
They want me to audition for a guest star role. I will not be number 312. But nigga, here I am.
But or it's in reverse. Number 300 on the call sheet 1 year, number 1 on the call sheet the next.
That's a fact. Now that's a great way to look at it.
You know what I'm saying?
But I really do be feeling like now it's almost like I gotta make it twice. Meaning the same way Kevin Hart had Soul Plane and he had the Big House, his show that got canceled.
ABC,
He
had to make it twice.
Yeah.
It's almost like he thought he made it, but damn, shit ain't go the way he wanted it to go. And then he was like, all right, let me focus on my stand-up.
Yeah.
Let me do whatever I need to do. And then he had it straight to DVD run.
Yeah.
And then that nigga popped with Think Like a Man in that Shaq All-Star special, and he went off. So that's kind of where I'm at, right? It's the same shit with Chris. I hear Chris talk about that shit.
Right. But I just want to jump in real second. I don't think it's make it twice. I think it's something got to stick.
Something got to stick.
So if you look at it like make it twice, you kind of looking at it like, yo, I was up, now I'm fucked up. This is in this business, that's what it is. It's
normal.
One season you number 1, next season you not working. Or for comics, I can always go out. Like Biblically got canceled. I was always on the phone with my agent. Like, yo, listen, man, if we get these 13, just start stacking the dates up.
Yeah.
You heard anything about the back 9? No, start stacking the dates up. Once they said it was over, nigga, I was on a plane 2 days later.
Right.
We can always work. We always gonna work.
The back 9 meaning the last 9 episodes of the season.
Because it's 22 episodes of the season.
Right.
But it's not make it again. This is because that means like it ended,
right?
And now you're starting back up.
Right.
This hasn't ended. It's still going. And now it's not as I'm not as up as I was, or it's not as popping as it was. But we still on this path. We still on this highway. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta think like this: the biggest star ever had a moment where his career was like, think about Michael Jackson.
Nigga, John Travolta was the hottest nigga in from 80 to 80.
The biggest
and then he
person,
disappeared for 15 years.
in any aspect. Yeah, in any genre of any entertainment. They're from the biggest, and they have a moment where they not doing nothing.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that shit, it's the business we in, man. It's just what are you gonna do during that that time that you trying to figure out the next
Well, I'm
move.
glad I came
But regards to my brother,
I was about to kill myself.
with regards to my brother was different because he was on SNL. He couldn't get a skit on SNL. Every week he would run all the skits past us. We would sit there every Saturday with him in the studio. All the skits, yo, that's fire, that's fire, that's fire, that's fire. They would never make the cut. Then In Living Color came, yo, why don't you come over here? Keenan and Damon and them are leaving. We'll give you run of the show. You can you can write your own golden ticket.
Right.
All right. Agent tells him not to leave SNL. Manager tells him not to leave SNL. He doesn't listen to either one of them. He leaves SNL for Living Color. Agent leaves, management leaves. Goes to In Living Color, it gets canceled like 3 episodes later. Now that's different because he was out of the business. No management, no agency, and no show. That's different.
Yeah.
The golden rule, you never leave an agency until you have another one lined up.
Yeah.
You don't leave management until you have another one lined up.
Yeah.
Because that's what'll happen. You'll be out of the business. There's nobody to make a phone call for you now.
Yeah.
But for comics, let's just go get this money on the road.
Right.
So he went out. This is where the transformation happened. He went out on the road that summer, damn near like 2 years, year and a half straight, changed his set, changed his voice, changed everything, came back. Somebody in the industry was like, hey man, we got to take a look at this motherfucker. He's burning. He's hot.
Yeah.
Back in.
Okay, what was the comedy special that led into that?
Big ass jokes.
The half hour.
Half hour.
Which people be getting away from. People don't understand the importance of a half hour special because people just be jumping straight into that hour.
Because they want to say they did an hour.
Because they want to say they did an hour. And it's like all the greats did half hour specials from Chris to Martin, Tommy Davidson, Louis C.K. I think Bill Burr, like all these niggas did half hour specials first.
That's what HBO did.
Ellen got a half hour that's fire.
Yep.
It was the HBO half hour comedy.
Yeah.
That's because that half hour is the appetizer. It's the good appetizer. Sometimes, you go to a restaurant and you order the appetizers, you like, I don't even need to eat a full meal because I'm full right now.
Right.
That's what that 30-minute is. It's like, yo, I think I just had a fire-ass appetizer. You know what I mean? Now, when I go back to that restaurant, I will be willing to get the appetizer, but now I want to try the full course meal.
Yeah.
That's really what your 30-minute to your hour is supposed to be.
Fucking around with them white girls.
Yeah.
About to lose everything he had.
Fucking around
with them white. Perfect setup in the beginning, perfect callback.
Man,
Perfect.
I used to watch that religiously, bro.
I will drop kick a bitch with some cold banana pudding.
Come on, man. Yeah, but anyways, I'm listening.
Yeah, man. So, because you one of those guys, man, where a lot of people don't realize when you're in the grind and in the trenches with your peers, and you finally see one of them get a certain level of success, and when you're cool with that person, you really want them to do good.
Yeah.
Like your peers or your real peers, you know what I mean, really want to see that show go 5 or 6 seasons, 7 seasons. Because we like, yo, that's just another opportunity for somebody else who rock with us to bring the elevator down and be like, yo, I got somebody that'll do good for this. Or, yo, I got somebody that'll rock out with that. Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, nah.
Nigga, I'm glad you just said that. There is such a lack of solid niggas in this business.
Yeah.
In the world.
I was talking about you the other day. I said Tony is a solid nigga, bro.
Thank you,
All
brother.
3 of y'all solid niggas, bro. Because you start to see, I started saying this shit on some real shit. It used to be back in the day, if you want to know who your true friends are, see who will take you to the airport. Or
didn't I say that? Didn't I say
or
that on the episode?
Or help you move.
Didn't I say that on the episode? I said pick you up from the airport.
Pick you up from the
Because the airport, ain't
Pick
nobody happen to be in that area.
That's a
I
fact.
said pick you up from the airport is a true motherfucking friend.
Or help you move.
Yeah.
Those are the 2.
Yeah.
Now is, if you want to see who your true friends are, start a podcast and see who come on. Start a podcast and see who come on.
See who come
You're going to really see who really fuck with you.
Right.
Because niggas that really fuck with you go pull up.
Yeah.
And
You hear that, Donnell Rollins?
Hey, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
It's just some real shit.
Nah, man. Yeah.
Because I be trying to tell people there's more than one way to donate back and give back.
Yeah.
It ain't just financially.
Yeah.
It's your time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some niggas is because if you ain't Shannon Sharp, if you ain't Joe Rogan,
they bullshit.
they don't got the time for you. But it's like, all right, dog. Like,
And sometimes financial is easier than time.
sometimes
It's easy to go here, nigga. Here's whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I don't gotta
that's
waste
why
my time.
every guest we've had on here that could
That's true, bro.
could be like, I don't got time, and they've done it. It just really shows. I just got a lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
We had some dope
Shout out
guests
to
on
all
here.
of them.
Yeah, I mean that
Tom
could really be like, I don't got
Makai.
time.
Makai.
Yeah, but those are solid people.
Yeah.
You know
solid
what I mean?
people, bro. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I just wanted to give y'all flowers.
Nah,
Appreciate
you,
man,
brother.
thanks,
Yeah.
thanks,
Appreciate you, brother.
Like,
Appreciate
yeah,
you.
man.
See, you've always been like I can't.
And y'all shit is dope as hell, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you, man.
I came on. I said that first 5 seconds and I said, yo, I genuinely fuck with all three of y'all.
Thanks,
That's
man.
why I came.
You're one of my
Yeah.
favorite episodes. We gonna put it out soon.
I can't wait, man. And I got to do y'all's too, because like even with London, I rock. Yeah, I'm like you. I rock with all three of them.
Yes.
And I've been meaning to even just give London his flowers too
Yeah.
publicly. And I say this because London was one of those guys that when he was getting into the comedy game, we was around.
Yeah.
Right? And and everybody was just cool. But I would say probably about a year and a half ago. This is after he booked Raising Canaan. Yeah. And we at the ha working, you know what I mean? Then we just at the bar chilling. And me and London, we just having a conversation. He was just like, yo, Trey, you all right? You good? I'm just like, yeah. He was like, you need anything? I was just like, nah. I said, I'm good, London. He was like, yo, so if you need anything, if you need some bills paid, anything, just if you need something, man, just let me know. And it wasn't that I was looking broke or whatever, I was solid, but the fact that he know it's cats out here probably hurting and struggling and they won't say nothing. But the fact that he just asked me that, and I was like, nah, man, I'm actually good, bro. You know what I mean?
And it's genuine.
He was genuine about that. And I was just like, dog, I don't even talk to you every day. But the fact that you know how our vibes are, and the fact that you just asked me that, that really meant a lot to me. And I always think about that when London, man. So that's my guy.
You don't even know I helped you get out of that. Where the fuck you was stuck at, nigga?
Oh, yeah. In Jamaica.
Oh, I gave him somebody but Jamaica. I said, where Tony at? Why the fuck this nigga fuck going on around here, nigga? Fuck this nigga stuck in Jamaica.
I'm sitting like, this nigga didn't know it was going to fucking storm something in Jamaica?
I ain't never heard of nigga till I got back.
I'm like, yo, how you don't know it's a storm coming to Jamaica?
He was so glad to be back. Nigga, I almost died.
That was one of the moments. That was one of the moments too, bro, where you was kind of able to see who fucked with you without you having to be 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Like who really was like, nah, I'm serious, because when I think about Bugs Memorial at the Laugh Factory and how everybody was like, rest in peace and all these things.
Yeah.
And Bug couldn't see that. But me being stuck in Jamaica, right? And I'm seeing all of the text messages and all of the people donating. I was like, oh shit, motherfuckers really fuck with me. I was like, I ain't know people love me like that.
Why'd you go during that time period?
I go there every year. Well, I used to go there every year during that time.
He gonna go this year too. This nigga ain't learned his lesson. He gonna be right back. Stuck again.
It was a gig. I went for a gig.
Okay.
Yeah. And nigga, like I say on stage,
regardless of the weather, I'm going.
They ain't say shit about no hurricane. Nigga. It said 2 days rain, and they say shit about no hurricane. And niggas, some niggas was calling just to be nosy. Hey, you good? Nigga, did you send something? Nigga, I'm spending $300 a day.
Woo. Yeah, I said something.
But I appreciate you.
I'm at the Bahamar Resorts in Bahamas tomorrow night and Thursday night. I checked the weather. I'm good.
Damn.
But shout out to everybody, man, who done that. But I put a lot of good out there.
You do.
So that's one thing I know I do.
Put me up.
Yeah.
You and Bug.
Yeah,
you put me up.
I do niggas good, man. So niggas need to come through for a nigga shit.
Yeah.
If I ever need, and I won't broke, but that shit help.
That's expensive, $300 a night.
That shit help.
It adds up.
Yeah, we're gonna get to topics we want to cover today. This episode, Fox, what you got? Trey, what you got? What's your topic?
No, we go with Fox, because I was trying to think if I wanted to bring this up. No, so
you
I
got
will
more
bring
questions?
this up. No.
Okay,
I'm going to bring this topic up.
Go.
And then we'll talk about it. I think it was Robert Townsend.
Yeah, legend.
Shout out to Robert Townsend.
Robert Townsend.
He put me in my first pilot.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta going to Clark Atlanta. He was trying to start a TV network at the time.
Atlanta, man.
Yeah,
By the way,
Clark
make one.
Hey, man.
My fellow alumni brother.
Yep.
So Robert Townsend was on the podcast.
The day shift pays. I call it the day shift versus the night shift.
And he was saying this.
The day shift pays the bills.
Mm-hmm.
The night shift is where you live. Wild horses couldn't stop me from creating. I'm going to create. But if you go like, no, I'm gonna sleep on my mama's couch and I ain't gonna do nothing unless I can act. No, really great actors, they get characters. Like when I was doing my odd jobs, that guy's a character at the bank. Oh, that's a great character. Oh, I worked at a parking lot. Oh, I was watching people, it fed my creative soul. It wasn't a negative.
You said a whole box.
So we've had this talk on this podcast before about day jobs and odd jobs, and as being an artist, and you gotta do all, you're not considered the artist if you're doing this or you're doing that. And I said one time on the podcast that, you know what I mean, there's no jobs, well, there can be, but let's take you, for example. With that being said, when your show got canceled, and say if you didn't get MacGyver, how do you think you would have maneuvered, you know what I mean, in this town? Would you have wanted to, you know what I mean? Would you have been embarrassed to get another job or day job until things got good for you? And before you answer that question, I want to share this story. Michael B. Jordan just won the Oscars, right? Just won his Oscars. Congratulations to him. Right before he booked Red Tails, he was traveling probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours out of LA to work at a telemarketing job to help, because he was broke. He was like, yo, I gotta work. I gotta do this. So he ain't want to do within the city. He drove hours away to work, telemarketing job, whatever. And he was broke. And I don't know if Don Dre would ever tell the story. I'm sure he would, but he let Michael B. Jordan borrow some money, because he was down and out, whatever the case may be.
Dondre Whitfield.
Yeah, Dondre Whitfield. And he was like, yo, I just booked the role on Red Tails. Once I, get my money from that, then I'll pay you back, whatever the case may be. And years later, my man is an Oscar winner right there. So how do you feel about that?
Still ain't paid DeAndre back.
Still
waiting on his money. Like, hey, you got an Oscar. Come on, you around here in and out.
But so that's a good question for you. How would you feel about that? Would you, if you had to do that, say if MacGyver didn't come, or you blew your money, or the rush hour, you started tricking on hoes and shit if you wasn't married at that time.
Yeah.
What would have been your transition to make sure you would have been able to survive, or to be good?
I think if I didn't get MacGyver, at the end of the day, I'm a man and I got a wife and a daughter. Mm-hmm. So whatever I got to do to provide for my family, I'm gonna do it, whether I want to do it or not. Mm-hmm. So if I legitimately had to go get a job somewhere, I would go do it. Mm-hmm. Or I think at that point, I still had built enough relationships where I could still get a job somewhere within the entertainment business.
Right.
So even if that's working on a reality show as a producer or something, because I did like some prank shows and shit like that, I'm sure there's certain phone calls that I could have made, even if it was behind the camera, I could still, find a way to make some income that way. So I think that's what I would do. But make no mistake, bro, if shit really got terrible and I had to go work at McDonald's to provide for my family, I would do that shit, bro. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to do it.
Right.
Like, what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to do it. Ain't you the nigga from MacGyver? Shut up, bitch. But to your point, and I recommend it because you were just talking about property. What I did do with my MacGyver money was I bought property. Mm-hmm. So I own I own a multifamily property in Florida.
Nice.
I had a rental house in Atlanta. I had that for 5 years. I sold it, but I made a great return on my investment. Mm-hmm. But I still had a multifamily property that brings in money every month. And I did that because I knew in acting, in this business, there are going to be ups and downs. So I said, let me make sure I get some real estate, have a piece of property that's going to bring in income every month, so I don't have to be stressing about money and don't have to do Dancing with the Stars.
So that's that's one of the things. I think we came around about the same time, 2006.
I got here 2007.
Okay, so so just after I got here, I've always seen you in a creative space. So just talking about like how do you get by, and in the meantime, like what were the type of hustles that you had in between the gigs, in between making the videos, just to make that money?
Man, so when I first moved here, I did a promotional job. They used to pay good, like $20 an hour. Like I'm telling you, this is what my first job was, bruh. This gonna get clipped up, and 50 Cent gonna use this against me one day if I ever talk shit about him. My first job out here was passing out gum at the Gay Pride Parade. Now I didn't know.
Hey!
Yo, click that now.
And I'm cooked. I'm cooked. My homeboy was like, yo, we got a promotional gig. You just handing out gum. I said, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
And so when I had just landed in LA, it was like literally the next day. Yeah. It was like, all right, so it's the Gay Pride Parade. I was like, all right, dog. And so I'm handing out, sometimes gay people like, why they talk bad about us? I'm like, you was walking around with your ass out.
Yeah.
It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, your ass out.
Right.
And I never forget, I'm passing out the gum and a white dude came up to me. He was like, are you gay? And I was like, no. He was like, would you like to be? I said, nigga. I said, no, dog.
I quit.
So that was
that was a commercial for the gum. Are you gay? Would you like to be?
He tried it.
Juicy fruit.
So I did that for like one or
Bubblicious.
two. Bubblicious. Right. Yeah.
Big red.
So I did that for I think that was 2 days we did that. Then the other main promotional gig I did was, remember the Nintendo Wii? I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
Right? It had just came out. They just needed people to play the game at the mall to show people how to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, nigga, I was just at the mall with my homeboys playing a Nintendo Wii and showing people how to play a Nintendo Wii for $20.
Yeah.
But then, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of started booking shit early.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks later, nigga, I was on MTV.
Yeah.
So I had booked a pilot for MTV, and then I started booking like some MTV hidden camera shows. I got a commercial agent. Yeah. I started booking commercials, and them commercials, bruh.
Sprite?
I did my Sprite commercial, the first one I did out here. And then I did a McDonald's commercial. And them motherfuckers used to pay. Yeah. Like, you get you a good
before
national...
the strike. This is before they changed shit up.
Nigga, I did a McDonald's commercial, paid my rent for the year.
Nice.
One. And so that's what was sustaining me was I would book at least one commercial a year. I did a Taco Bell commercial. I did a McDonald's commercial. And then the one that really paid me was I did an anti-smoking commercial where I pulled out my tooth for a pack of cigarettes. Nigga, that ran so tough. And the best thing about it was I did it before Rush Hour. Rush Hour got picked up. They wanted to renew the commercial. Well, now I'm a TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
TV star.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We hit their ass, bruh. So they had to, I don't know. I don't know. It was a crazy amount, but so I got paid off of that.
Nice.
And so it was really like those two promotional gigs, and then it was booking commercials, and those would kind of kept me afloat until I got Rush Hour and MacGyver.
Okay, so we're talking sounds like about a 5 year span.
Like I booked Rush Hour. Huh?
When was Rush Hour?
I think I booked Rush Hour. I was 7.5 years out here.
Okay.
When I booked Rush, which is pretty good.
That's really good,
bro. Yeah. But I went to a performing arts high school.
Right.
People don't be seeing all of that shit. Like I went to a performing arts high school. I did Shakespeare in middle school. I did Shakespeare in the Park, like community plays. So I had training before I got here. And when I was in college, I booked 2 films. Will Packer put me in 2 films. But again, I had graduated from a performing arts high school and all this other shit.
Yeah,
and so, when I got out here, it only took 7.5 years to get Rush Hour. But I had already had years of training before I got out here. So some niggas will look at me like, he been out here the same amount of time I've been out here. Yeah. You ain't putting the same amount of work. You know what I'm saying, that I have.
Yeah. Just because it wasn't out here in Hollywood doesn't mean you put that work. Especially coming out of Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
So Florida.
I'm from Florida, but I went to college in Atlanta.
Right.
Atlanta.
Right. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So what's the next reboot you're gonna do? You the reboot kid.
I am the reboot king.
Did
21 Jump Street, Rush Hour, MacGyver, wrote Half Baked 2.
Oh, damn.
And I did the Harold and Kumar animated series that never came out, which was the funniest fucking table read to this day that I ever been at, bro.
Wow.
And that didn't get made because I think Comedy Central wanted it to be TV-14, and the creators wanted it to be TVMA because Harold and Kumar was a rated R movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think the difference in creatives is why that show didn't move forward. But that shit was fire though, bro.
Damn.
So yeah, I've done like five. Now Half Baked 2. This is what I wrote and what was made. There's two different things.
Gotcha.
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that?
I do.
Changed everything.
I do. I always say like they don't say when a movie is bad, what needs to be in the credits. It needs to be a separate credit. Studio notes by.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Studio notes by this name, that name.
Yeah.
See, you just see writer, director, producer. You don't see the person that's giving these niggas the terrible notes.
Yeah.
You don't see.
That's making the good product trash.
Yeah.
They stay away from that. They just hide behind
the Josh Weinstein
Hey,
that
man.
never grew up around no niggas
Man.
ever
What Steam?
got the right for the voice of a nigga. Like, we don't say that.
Fox, what's your topic?
Shout out to Afro Man with the greatest clapback of the century. I love what he is doing with his misfortune. I pulled a race card because it is a race card. It's a black thing.
Yeah.
We know this.
What happened?
So if you don't know, back in 2022, the cops illegally and wrongfully raided Afro Man's house, wherever that is. I'm just now learning about this.
Mhm.
But he got it all on surveillance tape.
They said drugs,
Kidnapping,
and like sexual trafficking. Something like that.
trafficking.
Wow.
So
Raided his house unlawfully. He has cameras everywhere.
everywhere in the house.
Got it all on camera. They stealing money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fat cop in the kitchen cuts his cake.
Cuts the cake, eats it.
What?
They just in there.
So he makes a song about all this shit. He just starts making songs.
That's
about
what the song
playing
was
the
about.
videos, playing the video, the videos that he has.
The videos of the
They take him to
surveillance
court
tape.
for defamation. He's like, look at the footage.
He
You
said,
ate the
"That's
cake.
you."
You stole the money. That's
Yeah.
you stealing the money. That's you eating the cake.
Right.
And they was on the stand crying like, my kids are being teased in school, and it's just one big clapback.
So he lost.
He won.
No,
he
no. I
won.
mean, the cops. Who
Cops
filed?
lose. Cops lose.
Lost. Right.
Frivolous.
But they were the ones who filed the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
what was his reward? Afro Man's reward.
Being a free black man.
Now that,
pretty much.
Right.
Going home,
Right.
leaving
He
leaving
had
the
to go
courtroom,
home.
getting in his car and driving home.
Probably-
Because if you're a black dude and you do that, you won.
You
So
won.
now, can he countersue?
I hope he does. But I mean,
Probably can. Of course he can.
Yeah.
maybe he can, depend on how his lawyers got the case dismissed.
Yeah.
But he did go through the trouble of having to hire a lawyer and having to go through all this. So the put it back on them, man. Intentional emotional distress, whatever that is, because you
Well,
can't.
in the cop's defense, if you ever seen Afro Man, you would think that nigga got some drugs in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There's some drugs in that guy.
There's a whole bunch of drugs in
There's
there.
there's some drugs in that motherfucker.
he had to have been hired to. I mean, did you see any of it?
Nah, I seen the video, but I didn't know the context behind everything.
Yeah.
His whole thing was free speech and God bless America. So he just put the hypocrisy in their face. I'm talking about dressed from head to toe in the American flag, custom made suit, making videos on the way to the courthouse.
He looked like bicentennial nigga.
Yeah, with an afro. I'm talking about shades and had the tent, had the American flag tent. I was like, wow.
Like
so
that
shout out
shit.
to him.
Shout out to
I think.
Afro Man.
I think
It was like the American flag wasn't for your black ass. That's for us, bitch.
So I just thought that he seized the moment, and I just started wondering what have I not seized and spoke up for myself that probably could have set me on another level. So
You think you've been involved in something on that level?
Okay, like now of course I was young. I didn't know what to do. I think I told you about the time when I got stopped by the police. And there's just kids in the car, and I got guns pointed on the kids. Now my
Wait,
parents,
who? What kids?
Me. I was in the car
With kids?
Well, I was a kid.
Okay.
Oh.
Who's driving the
I
car?
wasn't with kids in the car.
Who's driving the car?
My brother was driving the car. I was in the front seat. And then we had two of our boys in the back. I think we were coming back from choir rehearsal or something like that. And cops, there's 4 black kids in an old black car. Pull them over. Take him out. Took my brother out. Threw him over the hood. I'm like, what the heck? I've never been pulled over. I don't know how to drive.
How old are you at this point?
I'm 15. My brother is 16. And we're all 15 and 16.
Kids,
teenage-
you grown, you
Yeah.
damn near grown
Oh,
man.
yeah,
nigga.
you're gonna charge me as an
charge you
adult.
as an adult.
so that's what it was. It was traumatic. And my father had to, track down the cop that did all this and traumatized us. And it was just, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. It's like fizzled out, but that like burned into my memory about how, I have to conduct myself with the police if I ever get stopped. And I remember that. I mean, my brother could have been shot right there, or I could have been shot. Gun on my brother, gun on me. So there was no internet for me to call,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my father was not just plugged into the political system, call the cameras down, point at this dude.
Right.
So I just wonder, moments like that, even now, like, what have I missed that I could say, I need to put that out there.
Right.
Even if it's just standing up for myself, not necessarily something wrong that at that magnitude, but best believe if the ICE, or if they come knocking on my door, nigga, I got the webcam set up right now. Pointed right at the door. Just all of a sudden, bam! I was like, no, I got you. I got at least 3 seconds.
I've repped myself twice in court against cops.
Wow.
I won
For
one.
what?
Lost one.
For what though?
Getting pulled over for speeding, and one was doing something all dealing about driving.
Traffic.
Yeah,
Okay.
something traffic related.
Okay.
First one I was in Atlanta. I just ate at Pascal's.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to court. Went to court, went in there, and mind you, I'm just like, I don't got no money for no lawyer, but I know I can afford to get no points on my license. I can't afford to whatever. I went in there. I don't know what I said, but I defended myself and I won.
Wow.
And as I'm walking out the courtroom, I remember some black dude like, hey man, yo, what did you say? How did you do that? I was like, I don't even know. Try to do that like a year ago out there where I live in Santa Clarita.
Because I'm surprised you won, because I tried to do that, but the cops showed up. And they were,
that's
when the cops show up, nigga,
they talk that talk.
It don't matter what I said. I was making perfect logical sense, and they was like, no, nigga, no. We're siding with Jerry. And I was like, all right, man. I was like, fuck y'all, this is what I'm talking about in political. Yeah.
That's how I was last year when I was in court.
Yeah,
I was making great sense, and the cop was, and the judge was just like, and I've seen this particular cop let everybody else, was dismissing all of these white people.
Okay.
So I'm like, but he ain't going to dismiss mine. Because I gave him hell when he pulled me over. And I was like, how was I speeding? First of all, I said, you pull me over, I'm all the way up here. I'm stopping at a red light. You beyond the red light. Like, how, like, I wasn't going those 60 or 70 miles an hour. First of all, I wanted to say, first of all, I was on my phone and I'm drinking the smoothie. So I'm driving slow as shit.
I'm breaking the law, but
I'm breaking the law, but I'm not doing what the
it.
fuck you said. But yeah, I lost that shit. I was like, God dang, now my insurance rates are up. God dang.
Yeah.
The internet is a powerful thing when you know how to use it. So, shout out to that cat. Because I think he said he had, at the time, maybe 200K followers on Instagram or whatever, but now it's like a million just because of the attention.
Afro Man?
Yeah, Afro Man, just because of the attention of the case. So I was like, hey, I'm just glad them biggest was losing and crying. That's what warmed my heart.
And and with that, even to transition into what the next topic, when those cops ran up in J. Cole's house. Because they
I didn't know.
The cops ran. He got the song "Neighbors." My neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Oh, yeah.
That's a true story.
Cops ran up in his crib.
The cops thought he was selling dope because he's living in a suburban area. He got a studio.
A lot of traffic.
And a lot of traffic. A lot of niggas going in and out rapping. The neighbors called the cops.
Wow.
Eventually. And the cops one day he got it all on video.
Yeah.
Cops went, barricading the door. Boom, boom, bust in the house, looking at all this. They see the camera. You see him knocking the camera down. So that's what that song is about. Then if you haven't heard the song,
I gotta pull it up.
The song is dope. But that's what that song was about. You know what I mean? And speaking of Cole, we'll go with Tone get off. We'll go to the next topic. With,
always gotta talk to the kiddo before that.
Hey,
say what's up, kiddo.
What's up, bruh? you do you know
the trapdoor spider? Let me see. Oh, that is the trapdoor spider. Which one did we see yesterday when we was watching the show on YouTube?
I do the same thing. I was just on the phone with my daughter.
How's your daughter?
She's 12, about to be 13.
Oh, you got a child. You got a grown child.
I know, right?
Yeah, grown child. That's
Which is crazy. She about to be 13.
Go ahead.
That's the Black Widow spider.
But yeah, I did the same thing.
So
Gotta do it.
But we wait to come back for that.
So you said she's how old now?
Yeah.
12. She about to be 13 next month.
Yeah, that time goes so fast, bro. My son be 26 next month.
Holy shit.
And it's like
Half day.
26.
26, man. Nigga, it's just
Cause you don't got kids, right?
No.
Fox balls don't work.
Yeah.
No, they work.
Like I try.
I paid $300. It says they work.
Oh,
You got them tested or something?
We didn't. It's like bittersweet, man. Because I see y'all kids. I live my fatherhood vicariously through you guys. That's why I be asking, hey, how's your family?
Yeah.
I met when I met Bryce and he had his crew.
Yeah.
I was like, this is your seed.
Yeah, my son, man, he doing so good, man. Like
that was awesome. He came here. He did the episode of the podcast.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Matter of fact, he was just in Atlanta this past weekend. He went to the sports agency training and event conference.
Yeah,
because he just got his master's last year.
In sports management
and information systems.
Oh,
okay.
So he got his job doing that, but he's essentially wants to be a sports agent.
Oh, okay.
So he's interning. He was interning with a sports agency.
Yeah.
Working a lot of sports things, and then this big convention came, so he went there to do his network.
Oh, that's dope, bro.
But yeah, he's one of them kids where you look at what he's doing at 26, and I'm not gonna say compare because 26, I'm out here, I moved out here 29, but I'm already
still
doing
29
what I
moved out
wanted
here?
to do. Yeah,
that's still under 30.
Yeah, but then they can make it like six figures. And,
He killing it,
at
bro.
26. And
Yeah.
still working at
doing,
Apple. He just,
I always tell people, I remember when Boogie B first moved out here because we did a show and he went up before me and this nigga killed. This nigga killed. I said, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Now I went up and killed.
Yeah,
But it was only because I seen him kill because I was gonna go up there and fuck around.
Mhm.
He went up there doing it. I was like, God damn.
Doing Boogie. Yeah.
Who's the guy?
Yeah.
Who was the guy that when you first moved out here and you were like, who is this? Like to do, like blow up the stage right before you, and then you go on.
For me, I can't even say it was a guy. You know why I say that? Because we were all just hungry. Like it was like the draft.
Yeah.
And everybody made it to the league,
Mhm.
but we were all just rookies in LA in a sense. So we trying to find our spots.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody to me was just spitting some kind of fire. Like I remember, Justin sets early on back then when he would do Obama in the plane about to crash. And how calm Obama would make anything just sound calm.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that joke.
Like I remember just because he was just all in the grind. So everybody had that fire, something to where it was just like everybody kind of respected everybody. Like, okay. Oh, Trey about to do the cool.
Yeah,
okay. Justin about to do that one.
Which I've seen a few other.
Oh,
yeah. I used to be like,
ain't
that's Trey shit.
Like, It's like you just let them evolve. It's like in the back of your mind, it's like that's Trey shit.
But and shout out to the people who talk to the comments and be like, yo, why you doing Trey shit? You know what I mean? Because some people have come to me and said that they had that conversation. You know what I mean? But
I've seen 4 of my jokes on 4 different specials.
Damn.
And I know for a fact 2 of them seen me do the joke. I know that for a fact. The other 2, I feel like that the issue of posting your material on social media, whether consciously or subconsciously, they could have been scrolling through, seen your shit, may not realize that they saw your shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they started to develop a joke and they think it's theirs. But I seen something recently and I'm like, I mean, I literally have it time stamped and I already posted
Was
the
it
clip.
verbatim?
You know the comic?
Yeah, one of them I told him like, hey, I kind of got something similar, and he still did it.
Damn,
and then
it's
I was
like
like,
we had a conversation.
okay, but you know what else? And then the other comics is like, I didn't say nothing to him because you know I know they used to say Martin Lawrence used to beat niggas ass.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but you know, one, I'm too old to be fighting.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's whatever. I'm too creative, and I'm like, I just need to just tap into my own personal stories. Instead of, you know what I'm saying? So I just
Was
be
it a
like, man,
signature
fuck.
bit?
That happened.
One of them is kind of, I mean,
Like you would do it a lot. It's like, yo, I'm so surprised now you doing it. It's like, is that one of them kind of bits?
somewhat. But
Mhm.
but again,
Still,
I don't
care
have
if
an
it's-
official special. I just got something that I put on YouTube, like a collection of me performing at different spots in New York. I don't have an official special, so it kind of I take accountability. It's like, you know, it's at a point I need to go shoot my own special.
Right.
And put some shit out there so I could be like, this my shit.
Yeah.
Because other people get, you know, they get their HBO specials and Amazon and Hulu's and Comedy Central specials. And, you know, they kind of beat you to the punch with your shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it kind of is what it is.
When that shit
You
happened,
planning on shooting special?
I want to, but there's a part of me that's like, I kind of want to do it when I have a little bit more momentum behind my name.
Right.
Instead of just doing it. So I got a bunch of material that I feel like I could just put out as clips. But I think when our podcast really get going, or when I you know shoot my movie and put it out, and I really got some momentum going, then I feel like that's when I shoot something.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
One question on that. So you're doing clubs, or when you were doing them in conjunction or in between the TV shows, how were you using the TV credits to leverage your appearances at the clubs?
Yeah, I think it was helping then, but it doesn't help now as much. Like, they don't give a fuck about TV. Like, motherfuckers don't care I was on MacGyver. You got a few people that'll show up for that shit. Niggas don't care.
Yeah.
They want to see, are you posting stand-up clips or sketches? That's why I was commending Tony when he did our podcast. It's like, him putting out these crowd work clips is, I already know, I'm sure you see the difference.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So that's what it takes now. It's like your stand-up clips, or you need to be doing sketches. You need to be having some type of consistent presence online or your podcast to build up your audience that's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
But just being on a TV show, if you're not on a popping show, it doesn't matter.
Like Empire or something.
You need to be on like an Abbott Elementary, an Empire. It got to be something so hot, a White Lotus. It got to be something so hot that people are like, okay, that's the person from
in
White
between
Lotus.
seasons on season 5.
But if you just on regular show, they don't give a fuck about that no more, bro. And I ain't just talking about the clubs. I'm talking about people that's gonna pull up.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
The clubs might still care a little bit because it's like, okay, we got something to sell.
Yeah.
But you know, they at the end of the day,
But
like
you
we
need
always
the people to
say,
be in
clubs
there.
are clubs are bars. Comedy clubs are just bars. They make their money off the liquor, 2 drink minimum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not into cultivating stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about the artistry of stand-up. They're just like, yo, is this motherfucker gonna bring people in to buy 2 drinks?
Yep.
Now, just because one of my favorite shows from back in the day was MacGyver. I told you this, like I can't believe that they just
Richard Dean Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, him, yeah, and didn't he do like Stargate or some shit, whatever he went on?
He was making money.
But yeah, but that was like one of the shows from back in the day, and they remade it. You was on. I was like, yeah, I was so proud of you. And then they canceled it, and I was like, well, where is it now? I think
That thing is like 4 or 5.
It did 5
Oh no, but
we
but after
syndicated
5,
now.
they're back now.
Don't crap at me.
But it's on
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, okay, yeah. But I
gotta pull it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good show. They did it justice, but your character itself, they made that character for that show. I don't think there was a Bozer in the. I don't
Well,
remember.
it actually was a Bozer in the original, but he was on like 2 episodes or some shit
they
like that.
extended the character to where it's like a.
So
regular
even MacGyver,
character.
like if you watch it, my character gets popping episode 8, the first season. So like the first 7 episodes, I just come in and like, hey, I'm black, and then you know I'm out, and then
Hey, I'm the black dude.
yeah, hey, I'm a black guy, and then you know we're not racist, and then episode 8. That's when shit hit the fan.
That's when the letters started coming to the network. Hey, let that black guy do some talking.
Oh, he was flexing, man.
And they bumped up my role dramatically. So I went from like not knowing MacGyver was a secret agent to then they made me join the team, and then now I'm on the missions with MacGyver and shit like that. So yeah, but that went 5 seasons, man. So it was all
love
good.
it. I loved it. I love that show. So yeah, I guess the topic we're about to start. Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Cameron with the It Is What It Is
J. Cole.
podcast. J. Cole pulled up on him. So Cameron, his reaction of somebody that he was
backstory for people
Okay,
that don't
go
know. Cam did a song with J. Cole on J. Cole's last album.
Might delete later.
Fire song.
The song's fire.
I came on stage to that a few times.
The stipulation was, don't worry about the money. Don't worry about no residuals or no publishing and no shit like that. Just come on the podcast. Cam was trying to build the podcast at the time. Having J. Cole on is a big boom to the podcast. So his mind was on development of the podcast. This will help that.
Right.
We're gonna get the money on the back end because once he's on this, it's gonna boom. So it made sense. You know what I'm saying? His entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah, right.
J. Cole's like, bet. Call me next month. Cam calls him a month later. Yo, I'm busy. Call me next month. Cam calls him a month later. Yo, call me next month. Calls him a month later. Now he's getting assistants and this one and that one. It's like, damn, I can't get the thing on the phone now. What we doing? Like, this ain't how we. When I did the song, it was a phone call. I was there. I pulled up, got it done like that.
You not being a solid nigga.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's how he viewed it. So now when they both businessmen, how do you get a businessman's attention? Lawsuit. He literally said it wasn't going to go nowhere. It was just to get his attention.
Right.
So J. Cole pulls up to his podcast. As he's recording, he's like, reading the teleprompter. And then the other day, and you see his face like,
what's up?
Yo, what's up? And J. Cole's like, yo, lawsuit, dog? Which was weird because you knew what it was about, bruh.
Yeah.
You knew that you weren't showing up to the podcast in 3 or 4 months of being asked to show up.
Right.
So to come in like, yo, dog, lawsuit? That made it look like Cam did something shady. When in reality, bro, he's been trying to get in touch with you for some time. You know what I mean? But
see, I didn't know if that was a sketch. Not the backstory,
right?
But the actual footage that went out. I thought they planned that, like they had talked, like.
Did you just walk in and I'm gonna be like, this?
Yeah.
No,
that's
that
what
look
I was
on his
saying.
face was straight.
Yeah, the look on his face looked like he was caught off guard.
Okay,
he looked like he got caught off guard.
But what I said to Fox earlier was, all hip hop beefs needed that. All hip hop beefs could have been solved with just somebody showing up to the other person saying, let's talk.
Yeah.
You see, as soon as he walked in, it was like, yo, sit down, let's talk. Let's hear it. That could have been, who did I say? That could have been
Biggie Pop.
Biggie Pop could have been, yo, I'm pulling up to the studio. Yo, let's talk.
Which
bro.
was the most dramatic one out of everybody we done named because both of them dead.
Kendrick Drake could have been, hey man, I'm outside. Come outside, let's talk.
It's all a conversation.
Or they all needed a conversation. But I said, I think some of them, either one side or both sides, thought, let's keep this going because of the attention we're getting. You know what I mean?
Generating a lot of money.
Yeah. So like, 50 Cent, Fat Joe, that could have been, hey man, we used to have the same management. Let's talk. But it was like, let's keep it going. Not to say that they needed it for the attention, but everything, any beef is a conversation.
Right.
Like real dudes is like, if you street, you could take it there if need be. But at the end of the day, you know that what can solve it is a conversation.
Yeah.
Or at least get some clarity to it as a conversation.
Yeah.
So we know that he wanted to get his attention and he responded because you got to respond to a lawsuit, especially if you asking for, $500,000,
Right.
And he had it laid out. I didn't bring it with me, but he had it laid out in the suit, in the plaint, in the complaint. And obviously he ain't gonna get that, but they talked about it, which was cool.
No, but he gonna get it because that episode out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
They
yeah.
haven't
On the
posted
back
it
end,
yet.
like
Back
they're
end,
playing. All
like
you
the
gotta do is
plan,
show
right.
up. And now,
They
now
did
they
post
can.
a full episode?
I don't know.
I've seen clips.
Oh, just the
I've
clips,
seen
okay.
clips, but that
you
was
got-
recent.
That's probably what they're gonna do.
But-
Clip that shit up.
They gonna clip
But
that
you
shit
gotta
up.
think now we're dealing with grown men. We're
Of
dealing
course.
with men in their 40s.
But
you
that-
know, certain things like that. Like back then, you know, we always forget, you know, that Pac and Big was in their early 20s.
Yeah,
Mhm.
24 and 25.
Niggas in
So,
their early
yeah,
20s
regular.
don't
24,
know
25.
how to talk or how to communicate properly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's something you learn, and people still don't learn it. You know what I
Right,
mean? It's
right.
just something that, you know, you have to intentionally or constantly tell yourself or teach yourself how to do it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because, you know, sometimes conversations are inevitable. You got to
Mhm.
have them. And
Mhm.
that don't mean that you got to fight or beef when you have them. You know, you just got to just talk and just be like, yo, this is how I'm feeling. This is how you feeling.
Mhm.
You know, my fault. You know what I mean? Okay, you know, we good. Solid shit. But hip hop doesn't.
Wait. So you think the bigger issue is now you said they were 24 and 25, right? But the people that ran the labels were grown motherfuckers. You don't think they could have been like, yo,
Nope,
y'all,
nope.
or what were they like, yo, look at all this money we making.
That's it.
Let it keep going. Let it keep
Well,
going.
I-
So somebody
I-
gets
that's what I think
killed
that
and
I
they're
think
like,
the
shit.
label was more so like, let's keep it going because
It's causing
we're
the
making
attention.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Or was the label even like, let's kill them and now we live off
you
this
just-
money
you just
forever.
never- yo,
In
see,
perpetuity.
I
The
can- you
money
know, I-
comes
I
to
can
us
go
in
with that.
perpetuity.
Hey,
Here's
you
the
never
thing.
know, bro.
Conspiracy theories.
I can
you
go
know,
with that.
because these white label owners or these, you know, these whatever, they know
Yeah.
the damage that's happening. They see it.
I mean, that's a whole. That's
and they
a
just
whole
doing this.
episode of talking about that type of shit.
You remember that? You seen the footage with what's my man name? New York, hot nigga,
Shmurda, Bobby
Yeah,
Shmurda.
yeah, Bobby Shmurda. You said I'm old, getting old now. I can't
Yeah.
remember these niggas' rap names. You
Rap
seen
names.
that
He
clip?
He should have picked the easier name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where he because it sounded like some uncle trying to say
Yeah.
the wrong name.
Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
What the
So
boy name?
y'all seen that video where he's on the table
the-
rapping in front of all of the white execs?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's just fucking nigga, killing nigga, what
Rapping
they all
for
like.
his life.
Yes, nigga.
Yeah.
Make us our money.
Yeah, and it's just like he's leading them to hell. Just like, you know, and he's leading us straight to the bank.
Yeah.
And he just up there running
I'm
like
a
a
nigga.
Yeah.
A nigga.
Knowing that they
Damn.
saw this nigga
They all
walk,
got to do that when they get signed. They
Yeah.
all got to do that.
but knowing
Well, you
that
know,
they saw
Doc-
him in the bank,
Right.
walking in the bank, and they all in the bank, they're gonna be like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Well,
you
Where's
know?
this
they
nigga?
weren't-
Yeah.
they
Can
you
weren't at the
rap?
meeting.
Can you rap?
Yeah, and
They did a parody of that on Atlanta. Donald
Mhm.
Glover did on one of them episodes, but it had
Mhm.
the black dude that was on the thing rapping.
Yeah.
In front of all the white people.
yeah,
It's like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah, they make you do that. Like, hey, we
Tap
heard the
dance.
album. It's fantastic. Hey, we're gonna play a few songs, and then if you into your music, you're gonna be like when they throw your song on.
Yeah,
but he was
yeah.
like he was up out the chair, shooting over,
Yeah.
slid across the table.
He shot, yeah.
Like,
That's
bruh,
hilarious.
bruh, come on, man.
And then they
Hearing
went
the-
home and told their kids.
They went home and put
don't-
more locks on the door.
Right.
And said, stay
That's
cool.
right.
They got more cameras on their house.
Yeah, man. It's but that's so I feel like, you know, it had to get to a point in time where somebody was supposed to be like, y'all two need to talk. Y'all,
Yeah.
you know, big pop, y'all need to figure this
That's
shit
like
out.
you brought up Bobby and what's this guy? The guy on his label mate. That was in the group with him. What's his name? It's Bobby and the guy that he did the time for.
Shit, I don't know.
Rowdy.
Okay.
Rowdy Rich?
No,
Mm.
Rowdy.
Oh, shit,
What was
I
his
don't
name?
know.
His name is Rowdy something.
Okay.
But Bobby got the time. Bobby got 7, right?
Uh-huh.
Sheesh.
And they was gonna give Rowdy 7 if Bobby
a plea.
cooperated. It was like, yo, they
Yeah,
gonna give
took
you.
a plea.
We'll take a plea. We'll give. That's what it was. You take the plea.
Yeah.
You take the plea. We'll give Rowdy 5 and give you 7.
Right.
And he took the plea.
Right.
Damn.
It was like, I'll do the 7 and let Rowdy do 5.
Yeah.
And they beefing now.
Yeah.
He stayed 2 extra years in jail
For him.
so you can get out in 5. And y'all beefing? that should be a lifelong friendship.
And you know why they,
Yeah,
you know why
I
they
took some
beefing?
time for you.
Why?
Because they just don't know how to have a conversation
Yeah.
about whatever it is that was really going on. You know what I mean?
That's
but
crazy.
they ain't gonna sue each other over that. Yo, I'm suing you because you didn't do this and because I spent extra time in jail.
No, I'm just saying.
But we just
I'm
talking
saying
about the beef.
the friendship.
Yeah,
The
right.
friendship was supposed to be
over
bigger
something.
than that. You know what I'm saying? The friendship's
Yeah.
supposed to be bigger than rap money or
Yeah,
Of
a
course.
label. It's like, bruh, I went to this extent for you. I took an extra 2.
Right.
Yeah.
A conversation to be like, yeah, man, you right. It's quashing the beef. But with regards to J. Cole and Cameron,
No, he just hit it on the head. They grown now. So
yeah,
it's
they
like,
grown now.
Yeah, they grown.
niggas got kids and
Nigga got
Yeah.
families
grown
and
kids,
homes
yeah.
and mortgages. And
Wives. It's
Yeah.
like
Has anyone ever been sued, or have you ever wanted to sue somebody but just didn't?
it would
are we going to the Patreon portion of the show right
No,
now?
I mean,
Can
I'm
we go?
just-
Because I'll tell
we
my
don't have-
lawsuit story.
Well, we
I'll
can
go to-
save it. Until
No,
then, if we have anything else to talk about.
Let's go. Everybody, come on over to the Patreon portion and I'll tell you about my lawsuit story that happened here in LA. All right? We'll be right back.